Hi, everyone from Logan County. We're with the Indian Lake Lakers, taking a look at their 2013 football team. Andy Lynch and Chris Parks. This is all brought to you by Downtown Discount Grocery. Dave Coburn, the head coach of the Indian Lake Lakers, and also Bobby Dye joining us, who will be on the offensive and defensive lines. Coach, let's start first off with you. 2012, you guys over the 500 mark. You were 6-4, didn't qualify for the playoffs. But what did you think of your 2012 team, and maybe reflect on that for us?
Well, we thought that we got to the hump that we needed to get to. We just weren't able to get over the hump, and that's been our focus here all off season, trying to do the little things that are going to get us over the hump and get us into the playoffs for the first time in school history.
Such a strong finish, winning 5 out of your last 6 games. That certainly has to have given you momentum into the postseason.
Yeah, again, we have a strong senior class this year, 16 deep, and we're real excited about what this senior class brings to the table here in 2013.
Bobby, it seems like you guys have really good numbers. I mean, there's just taking a look out there, it seems like maybe 40, 50, 60 guys out there. You got to be pleased with all the guys that have come out for the team this year.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with the numbers that we got this year because from last season we brought in more people from freshmen. We're starting to motivate them to be better, doing better on schoolwork and on the field. Mostly we try to teach them the ropes and everything.
Bobby, how are the lines doing? Obviously nice to have guys back that have done what they've done before.
Oh yeah, it's better this year because everyone's familiar with what they're doing. There's no shortcuts. We don't have to learn take up less time. So now we just get through it faster and quicker and learn more.
Coach, who are some of the skill guys you bring back? Maybe the quarterback, running back, receiver position on offense?
Yeah, we returned most of our skill guys. We started at the quarterback position with Christian Greiter. He's going to be a 6'5" senior for us this year.
Okay.
Did an outstanding job last year for us and looking for him to pick up where he left off last year. Again, right behind him we have a senior at fullback, LJ Henderson. Nice big fullback for us, ran for over 600 yards last year. And then on either side, the wing and the A-back position we have at the wing spot. We do that by committee with Ben Wall and Montel Morgan is back with us after an injury. And then at the other A-back spot, we have Chris Teague, all seniors again, that are going to be very experienced and very hungry, hopefully, for a nice 2013 campaign.
Coach, we were scheduled to broadcast the Bell Fountain game last year. Yeah. 3 plays in, the lightning came and it never stopped. You finished it the next day, but you got to win over the rival. We're going to broadcast again this year down there. We're hoping for no lightning so that we can get that one in. But just talk about what it meant to beat a rival like that.
Well, again, that is one of our biggest rivals, and to have it delayed into the next day was tough and challenging. But our guys did an outstanding job. Staying mentally prepared that night, coming in and ready to go the next morning, and we were able to get the win. So it was a turning point in our season, and I think it catapulted us into that nice game stretch at the end there, getting us into the last 5 games.
Yeah, as Andy mentioned earlier, you guys won 5 out of your last 6 games, Bobby. You guys have to probably take that from last year, and you probably carried it into the off-season, into the summer. Is that what you guys kind of did as you get ready for this season?
Yes, sir, we did. The seniors from last year gave us a lot of motivation to push us through and beyond. During the off-season, the first day lifting during the winter, we had like a little short break to get us recuperated and everything. After that, we hit the lifting really hard.
Dave, you've been here for a while, a veteran coach. Just do you change the way you do things in two-a-days and going into the preseason schedule and then into week 1 against Triad, or do you find yourself into that usual routine?
Well, you're always looking as a coach, you're always looking to take advantage of any opportunity you have. Obviously, everybody's taking advantage of the weather this year with it being nice and cool. We're conditioning as hard as we've ever conditioned, trying to get ourselves ready, because we know that 90-degree temperature is coming, and sure enough, it'll probably be here game 1, and we're going to have to be ready to go. So it's going to be a heck of a game with Triad. They have an experienced group that made the playoffs last year, and it was basically whoever had the ball last year won the game, and we were fortunate enough to make a big play at the end of the game and win the ball game. So it's going to be same type of game with Coach Prince and his team up here this year.
Coach, who also be strong in the CBC this year in your eyes?
Well, again, in the Mad River division, I think Urbana has proven that they're the champions until someone can knock them off. But I really think that our other rival, Ben Logan's, going to be knocking on the door. So again, there's a lot of parity in the Mad River division, and I think that anybody can win it in that small group.
Bobby, you were shaking your head about the conditioning. You guys going pretty hard as far as running goes right now?
Oh yes, sir, we are.
Just talk a little bit about what you guys are doing conditioning-wise. That seems to be the kind of the thing. The summertime, you guys kind of get ready for this, and now, do you guys feel like you're in pretty good shape, Bobby?
I personally do think I'm in pretty good shape. I can get in better shape with coach's help and everything. I don't know about anyone else, but still, first day conditioning, I thought I was in shape. No, I was not.
You made sure
Get
you
out
knew that.
here and you're like, whoa, wait a second.
Coach, Division 4 this year for you guys. It's a 7-division landscape. Do you think it changes much from your perspective for your region?
No, not really. It basically comes down, you got to win.
Right.
It doesn't really matter what division you're in. And our goals, again, 8 or better, because we know if we win 8 games, we're going to get in the playoffs. You know, when you win 7, you're taking your chances. So the magic number for us is 8. Obviously, when we win 9 or 10 games, we're going to host a ball game. So obviously, everybody's trying to be 1-0 right now, and that's our focus. And we'll worry about the postseason when the time comes.
Indian Lake Lakers gearing up for Triad. They'll host them to start the regular season. When we come back, we'll talk more with 2 Indian Lake players on this Downtown Discount Grocery Pigskin Preview on WOSN.
Welcome back to Indian Lake, everyone. As we get set to talk with 2 players here for the Indian Lake Lakers. We've got Ben Wall sitting next to Andy Lynch there, and Ethan Downing as well, too. Ben, let's start first off with you. A little dinged up right now, suffered a concussion. Just kind of take us through the process of getting back out on the field and kind of how you're feeling right now.
I mean, as of right now, I'm feeling all right.
Okay.
It's been about 2-3 weeks, and I've been going to therapy, and I should be able to start cleared to start running and getting back out there with them.
Do you think it'll be okay before week 1?
That's the plan, is to be able to start hitting week 1 and come back full go game 1.
Okay.
Ben, tell us about the running attack that Indian Lake brings. It seems like a pretty experienced group back there.
Yeah, we've all have a lot of experience on Friday nights, so I think this is going to be a big year for us, having all these people with all this experience under our belts and coming out with one last year.
Yeah.
Ethan, you're on the offensive and defensive lines. You got Christian back at quarterback again this season. How about his experience? Being 6'5", he's a good basketball player as well, too. How about him coming back at quarterback and the skill set he brings for you guys?
He brings a great skill set, a great passer. Not well on his feet, but don't need to ask him for his feet. Just need him to be able to throw.
Sit back, fire it, and rifle it to some of your receivers.
Ethan, what's it feel like to be a senior here? You've played all these games, and now you're one of the leaders on this Laker team.
It feels pretty good, but I mean it's kind of bittersweet, knowing that it's gonna be your last year here at Indian Lake, but give it the best.
Ben, you guys are 6-4, season to go over that 500 mark. With the guys you have returning this year, could we see perhaps maybe 7, 8, maybe even 9 wins out of the squad this year?
That's what we've been hearing, but nothing's given to us. We got to get out here and earn it. We can't expect anything.
An open week with Triad, it was a barn burner last year. You guys came out on top 40-33. This year it's at home. Just how important is it to get off to a good start for the Lakers?
It's such a big deal. We're gonna have stands full. It's gonna be a big game to who can put on the defense this year. I know both teams didn't do that so well, but that's what I think my goal is this year.
Ben's ready to play right now.
He's ready to rock and roll. Ethan, we talked a little bit about Triad. A lot of people coin Bell Fountain as your biggest rival. Do you think that's true? Maybe Ben Logan. Who in your eyes is your guys' biggest rival when you go out on Friday night?
In my eyes, my own personal eyes, I think Bell Fountain is. Just I was raised that way, knowing Bell Fountain, you're not supposed to like them. Now some other people, they think Ben Logan's the bigger rival, but mine is Bell Fountain.
Get a chance at both, and we'll broadcast that game at Bell Fountain this year on WOSN. What's the time like? Is it a good team building time, good chemistry building time here with 2-a-days? Are there any fun activities you guys do that kind of help bring you together during this tough time?
Well, we go and eat with each other, but usually afterwards or during the week, a lot of us get together and we go and hang out and do something. So we have good team chemistry.
So you're together all the time, basically.
All the time.
Yeah.
Ben, how long are you guys practicing for on 2-days? Some teams are a little less than others, some teams more. How many hours a day you guys putting in being out here on this field?
Well, we usually show up around 3:30. That's when the specialist guys will come out, and we'll be in the locker room by 9:30, and we have about a 45-minute break in between.
Okay.
So just less than 6 hours.
Less than 6 hours, that's all.
That's a lot.
That's a quarter of the day. Indian Lake's putting in as they get ready for Triad. Week number 1, Lakers now Division 4 under the new OHSAA divisional rankings. When we come back, we'll talk with 2 more Indian Lake Lakers here on this Downtown Discount Grocery Pigskin Preview.
Back one final time with the Indian Lake Lakers on this downtown discount grocery, or I should say preseason preview. I was getting ahead of myself there.
A lot of P's, yeah.
A lot of P's. Let's have Taylor Zimmerman join us now, sitting next to Andy, and also Chris Teague, who will be playing running back and safety for Dave Colburn's bunch. Let's start first off with you, Chris. Seems like the backfield pretty stacked with guys like yourself, a couple other good backs. Is that going to be a strong point for this Laker team this year?
Yes, it is. We definitely need some work, but I think by the beginning of the season we'll be good to go.
What kind of work are you talking about here? What needs done?
Conditioning and guarding one-on-one, but for the most part we're good.
So you're saying you guys are a little bit out of shape right now? These first couple days been
Coach
rough
is
for you?
right over there.
Yeah,
He might make you run around.
It's a bad idea to say that.
Chris,
Yeah.
you're a speedster. We see it on the track. How does that translate, that speed, onto the football field for you?
I don't know. I just give it my all. I mean, there's plays that I really don't have the energy to do it, but I dig deeper and try to find something inside myself to move a little faster.
Taylor, you guys enjoyed some success last year at 6-4 in your junior season. Could this team be even better with a lot of those juniors coming back as seniors this year?
Oh, we plan on it. We will be better. We felt it. We were so close last year, and it was heartbreaking at the end when we lost to Urbana. Every day we came in the off season, we lifted, we got better. We told ourselves we're going to be better than last year. We're going to work harder, and we're going to deserve it.
So 5 wins in your last 6 games, the only loss against Urbana. Do you think more about the one loss or those 5 wins during that stretch?
We think about what we could have done and should have done to get better, and why we should have won the game. We put little mental notes all over the locker room to look at that when we're lifting, and we're not going to forget it this year.
Chris, does this team have the strength to maybe make a playoff push and get to the Lakers to their first ever maybe playoff appearance?
Maybe we will do it. I'm guaranteeing you that.
All right, hey.
Yeah, you have my guarantee. You have my word on it.
The senior class very confident here in Indian Lake.
Tell us about the line, Taylor. It seems like it's a very veteran bunch. How much does that help you?
It's great. Me and Ethan are returning. Me, Ethan, and Bobby Dye are all returning starters. We all help out the 2 tackles that are coming in.
Okay.
All come in with the same game plan as last year. Both know our steps and we're helping out the younger guys. It's a great advantage.
Urbana, the game you guys circled on your calendar that you want to get a little revenge on for this season?
Definitely. They got an X on their chest this year.
Okay. They'll have a new coach. We just talked to their old coach, Garen Stokes, who's moved on to Minster, so a new face there. But how do you get ready for the CBC, Taylor? Week in and week out, it's always a pretty good school coming at you.
There's always a good school coming in. Like you got to be ready. You sleep with film. You watch film till you fall asleep. You go home, you watch film, fall asleep, get up, watch a little bit. Before practice, you go out and we talk about it. You sleep. You study your opponent so much, you see how much they breathe. It's ridiculous.
Taylor's going to be a coach, I think.
He
loves the film
study. Got a
study.
future in that film study, maybe video production, doing something along those lines.
Indian Lake getting ready for a big season at their home versus Triad, then at Kenton Ridge. They have USV instead of Lehman Catholic this year before home for Tippecanoe, and then we will have the game at Bell Fountain on WOSN. We thank you for being a part of today's preview. Thanks for Coach Coburn and the ice cold waters that are sitting over there that we're going to drink here in a minute. And thanks to Downtown Discount Grocery for being the sponsor of this show today. For Joe Vernick and for Chris Parks, I'm Andy Lynch. We'll see you next time on WOSN.